Assalamu alaikum. How are you students? I welcome all of you in another virtual class of physics. Today I am with you Rizwana Mukhtar, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone College. Students, you are learning chapter 2 from your second paper, which is electrostatics. And in my today's class I am going to discuss about the capacitance of a spherical shaped capacitor and parallel plate capacitor. And after that I will solve a mathematical example and a creative question. I hope this class will help you for your better study at home. So let us start our today's class. Students, now I am going to derive that how could we calculate the capacitance of a spherical conductor. Here you can see that this is a spherical shaped conductor. Suppose the radius of the conductor is r. And if we put plus q amount of charge on the conductor, then you know that this charge will be equally distributed on the surface of the conductor. That means everywhere we will get plus q amount of charge. Now from the definition of capacitance, we know that capacitance is denoted by C. So C is equal to Q divided by V. Make it as equation 1. Now students, you know that when we put charges on the sphere, then this charge will distribute uniformly on the upper surface of the sphere. Remember that all electric line of force are coming from the center of the sphere. So if you consider that the potential of this sphere is V, then the potential on the surface of that sphere will be on the surface of the sphere You know that potential is denoted by V. So we can write that V is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. Now if we put the value of V on the equation 1, then we will get C is equal to Q multiply, as V is divided here, so we can write that 4 pi epsilon naught R divided by Q. Now Q and Q is cancelled from here, so we can write that C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R, and this is the formula to calculate capacitance in vacuum medium. As you know that here epsilon naught means the permittivity of vacuum medium. So this formula is applicable for vacuum medium. But if you want to calculate the capacitance in any other medium, then the formula will be, you know that dielectric constant K is equal to epsilon by epsilon naught. So here we will get that epsilon is equal to K epsilon naught. So for any other medium, we can write this equation as C is equal to 4 pi epsilon R. Here epsilon means the permittivity of any other medium, and instead of epsilon we can write K epsilon naught. So our final equation will be C is equal to 4 pi K epsilon naught R. So these two equations are for measuring the capacitance of a spherical shaped conductor. Here K means the dielectric constant, epsilon naught is the permittivity of vacuum medium. So with the help of these two equations, we can easily calculate the capacitance of a spherical shaped conductor in the given medium. Dear students, now we are going to learn about the parallel plate capacitor. Here you can see that there is two metallic plate. Suppose these two are metallic plate and the name of this plate is M and this is N. And M is insulated with ground with the help of, and plate M is isolated from the ground with the help of an insulated rod, and N plate is directly connected with the ground. Now the distance between these two plates is, suppose the distance between these two plates is D, and between these two plates there will be air or any insulated medium is present. So now if we put plus q amount of charge on the plate M, what will happen? Suppose there is positive charge all over the positive charge of, so as we charge this plate positively, then due to the electric induction, the negative charge of this plate will induce in the inner surface of that plate. That means all negative charge will gather here. Okay, and as all negative charge will gather here, and as you can see that the distance between these two plates is very small, so it seems that the electric line of force creates perpendicularly, acts perpendicularly, and it creates from plate M and terminated at the plate N. So the direction of the electric line of force, this will be the direction of the electric line of force between these two parallel plates. So whenever we apply charge on plate M, that in this procedure that maximum amount of negative charge will come or gather from this N plate in the inner surface, and as a result you can see that there will be charge will stored, and the storing of charge is known as the capacitor. So in this way parallel plate capacitor is made. Now I am going to derive the formula or how we can calculate the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. So here you can see that the distance between these two capacitors is D. Distance is equal to D. Now suppose the area of each capacitor is equal to A, and as we are applying charge on the M plate, that means the charge density on plate M is charge density on plate M. As plate N is connected to the ground, so the charge density will be considered for the plate M, and you know that charge density is denoted by sigma, so we can write that sigma is equal to Q divided by A. Now here you can see that electric field is created. So the electric field between these two parallel plates, if we consider that electric field is E, then we can write that electric field E is equal to From the relation between the electric field and charge density, we know that E is equal to sigma divided by epsilon naught. And now, in our previous lecture, you have already learned about the relation between the potential difference and electric intensity. And the relation was, again we know that V is equal to ED. In that equation, you learn that V is equal to ER. V is equal to ER. The equation was V is equal to ER. As R means the distance, so instead of R, we are using D, as we consider the distance between these two plates is D. Now, if we put the value of E here, so we can get that V is equal to sigma divided by epsilon naught into D. And now from the equation of charge density, we already know that charge density is equal to Q divided by A. So I am going to put this value here. Now we will get V is equal to sigma, that means Q divided by A into epsilon naught D. Put it as equation 1. Now, from the equation of or from the definition of capacitance, we know that capacitance which is denoted by C, C is equal to Q divided by V. So, now put the value of V on this equation. So, we can write Q divided by QD by A epsilon naught. Here you can see that Q and Q is cancelled from both sides. So, we can write that C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D. Here you can see that in this equation, epsilon naught, that is the permittivity of vacuum medium. So, this equation is applicable for the vacuum medium. But if you want to calculate the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor in any other medium, so we can write that C is equal to epsilon A by D. Here epsilon means the permittivity of any medium, and from the equation of dielectric constant, we already learned that K is equal to epsilon divided by epsilon naught, that means epsilon is equal to K epsilon naught. So, if you got the value of dielectric constant is given in an equation, then we can easily use the formula to calculate parallel plate capacitance by using this formula. That means instead of epsilon, we can write K epsilon naught A divided by D. So, these two equations are applicable for parallel plate capacitor. Dear students, now I am going to solve a mathematical example. Now the question is, there are same and equal charges in 64 spheres of 0.02 meter radius. Charge of each sphere is 1 coulomb. A big sphere is made by joining them. Calculate the potential and capacitance of big sphere. That means there are 64 small spheres, and if we add this 64 sphere, then we will get a big sphere, and we have to calculate the capacitance and potential of that big sphere. So firstly we need to calculate the radius of the big sphere, then we can easily calculate the capacitance and potential of that big sphere. So here the given informations are radius of small sphere, that is, if we consider the radius of small sphere as small r, then the value of small r is given here 0.02 meter. 0.02 meter. Now charge of small sphere. Here you can see that they gave the charge of each sphere is 1 coulomb. So we can write that value of small q is equal to 1 coulomb. Now the charge of big sphere. If you consider the charge of big sphere as capital Q, then here you can see that by adding 64 sphere we will get a big sphere. That means the charge of the big sphere will be 64 Q. As the value of Q is 1, so we can write that this is 64 coulomb. Now radius of big sphere, that means firstly I am going to calculate the value of r is equal to 1. From the question you have already learned that by adding 64 small sphere we are going to make a big sphere. That means we can say that the volume of that big sphere will be equal to the volume of that 64 spheres. So we can write that. Now you know that the formula of volume is for spherical shaped object 4/3 pi capital R cube is equal to 64 into 4/3 pi small r cube. Now here 4/3 and pi cancel from both sides. So we can write that r cube is equal to, you know that if we take the cubic value of 4 then we will get 64. So here I am writing 4 cube multiply small r cube. So our equation will be r is equal to 4 into small r. Now the value of small r is given here 0.02. So we will get the value of capital R is 0.08 meter. Now students, we got the value of radius of big sphere. So now we easily calculate the capacitance. You know that the capacitance for a spherical shaped object is of sphere C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught. Here I am taking big R as we are calculating the capacitance of big sphere. So we already know all the value. Pi, the value of pi is 3.14. The value of epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 inverse 12. And the value of R we got that 0.08. Now after calculating it you will get the value of capacitance is 0.896 into 10 inverse 12 and noted by capital F. So the capacitance of the big sphere we already got. Now we have to calculate the potential. We know that C is equal to Q divided by V. So we can write that V is equal to Q divided by C. Here the value of Q is 64 and the value of C, we got the value of C is 8.896 into 10 inverse 12. Now by calculating it, you will get the value of potential of the big sphere is 0.196 into 10 to the power 12 and the unit of potential is volt. Students, now I am going to solve a creative question. Here you can see that in the question there are two capacitors are given. In first capacitor, this is a parallel plate capacitor, and in first capacitor you can see that the medium between these two parallel plate is vacuum, and in second capacitor there are a dielectric medium placed between these two capacitor, and the value of that dielectric medium is 5. Now in figure 1, the distance between these two parallel plate is given 5 millimeter, and electric intensity is 2 into 10 inverse 8 volt per meter. You know that there are two units for electric intensity, one is Newton per coulomb and another one is volt per meter. And in figure 2, the distance between these two plate is given 2 millimeter. Here they denote the distance between these two plates by T. Now in question C, the question is, what is the capacitance of figure 1? So to solve this question, here the given informations are charge of the parallel plate is given, charge, that is Q is given here 20 coulomb. Now intensity, the value of E is given here 2 into 10 inverse 8 volt per meter. Distance, the value of D is given here 5 millimeter. That means we have to convert that millimeter into meter by multiplying 10 inverse 3. Now we have to calculate the capacitance, that means the value of C is equal to what? Now students, you know that C is equal to Q divided by V. Here you can say that why I am using this formula, as we already know the formula to calculate the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. As here the area of the two plate is not given, that's why I am going to use this formula to calculate the capacitance of this parallel plate capacitor. So, and you already know that the formula V is equal to ED. Now C is equal to Q divided by ED. Here the informations are, value of Q is 20, the value of E is 2 into 10 inverse 8, and the value of D 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now after calculating it, you will get 2 into 10 to the power 11 farad, and this is the answer of question C. Students, now question D. The question is, if a dielectric substance K is equal to 5 is placed in the figure 2, then what change of capacitance of the capacitor will take place? Explain mathematically. That means firstly we have to calculate the capacitance of this capacitor without dielectric substance, and after that we have to calculate the capacitance with dielectric substance. Then we can say that the what change is take place by adding dielectric substance in that capacitor. So for question D, the given informations are charge. Here you can see that charge is given here 20 coulomb. So we can write that the value of Q is 20 coulomb. Now intensity is given 2 into 10 inverse 8 volt per meter. So the value of E is 2 into 10 to the power minus 8 volt per meter. Now the distance. In the figure 2, you can see that they mention or they denote distance by T. So we can write that the distance T is equal to 2 millimeter or 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter, and capacitance without dielectric substance C is equal to what? Now students, we know that C is equal to Q divided by V, or Q divided by, you know that V is equal to ED, but here I am taking E into T as they denote distance by T. Now put the informations. Here the value of Q is 20, the value of E is 2 into 10 inverse 8, and the value of T is 2 into 10 inverse 3. So after calculating it, you will get the value of capacitance is 5 into 10 to the power 11 farad. Now, from the equation of parallel plate capacitance, we know that C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D, but here we are using T. So if we multiply it, then we can get the value of A is equal to CT divided by epsilon naught. Okay. So now the capacitance with dielectric substance. If we denote it by C prime, then we can write that C prime is equal to epsilon naught A divided by T, and we already got the value of A is Ct by epsilon naught. So we can write is K epsilon naught into Ct divided by T into epsilon naught. Here you can see that T and epsilon naught is cancelled. So we can write that C prime is equal to Kc. The value of K is given here 5, and the value of C we already got is 5 into 10 to the power 11. So the value of capacitance with dielectric constant is 25 into 10 to the power 11 farad. Friends, you can see that the value of capacitance without dielectric constant is 5 into 10 inverse 5 into 10 to the power 11, and with dielectric constant is 25 into 10 to the power 11. So we can say that the capacitance is increased by 5 times. So we can write that capacitance increased by 5 times. So that's all for today. Thank you for patient hearing. Stay home, stay safe.